So this one added some little bit of level of difficulty to us.
I bet I know what you did.
We have the 4x squared at the beginning. So, what, maybe try 2x times 2x? What do you think? Yes? No?
I know, right? I didn't either until just this minute.
Then this one's a negative 24, so it's going to be one's positive, one's negative, right? So either a negative 1 and a positive. Get back here. Where'd it go? Like a negative 1 times a positive 24, or a 1 times a negative 24, or a 2 times a negative 12, or a negative 2 times a positive 12.
2 and a 12.
2 and a 12?
Give it a shot.
Okay. Positive 2 and negative 12?
Yeah.
Which one? Positive 2, negative 12. On the outside, 2x times negative 12 is a negative 24x. That's looking promising. On the inside, 2 times 2x is a positive 4x. Adds up to a negative 20x. Does that do it? No. We wanted negative 95. We missed a little bit. Would it matter if we changed the order to do a 2 and a negative 12, or put the negative 12 first and then the 2 last? No, because it's 2x and 2x. So it's not going to change anything if we switch the order. We could have also had like a negative 1 times 24, or a 1 times a negative 24, or a 3 times negative 8, or a negative 3 times a positive 8.
95 24 isn't going to work.
It's not going to work.
What is it?
48. 2 times 1 is 2.
Oh, you're seeing something there.
Right.
It's not necessarily the 2 and the 12 that are the problem. It's the 2 and the 2 that are the problem. It's very viable that could have been 2 times 2 if this was a different number here. But we might have to do 4x times 1x, or 4x times x.
That's how I had it.
I know, right?
What do you want to try here then?
A 24 number.
A 24?
Wait. Yeah.
Do a 24 and a negative 1?
No.
So now on the outside, we have 4x times negative 1 is negative 4x. Inside 24 times x is a positive 24x. That's a positive 20x.
No, so you want 24 on the end.
What, 24 where?
There.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, the 24 over here.
Yeah.
Thank you. How'd they do? So put the negative 24 here, positive 1 there.
Yeah.
So now, on the outside, negative, or 4 times negative 24 is a negative 96x. 1 times x is positive 1x. That adds up to a negative 95x. Woo-hoo.
How dare you get it right? You are good.
You know how many possibilities most people try before they come around to changing this to 4x and x? Everybody wants to say 2x times 2x.
No, actually, I think pretty much
Most
all
of
us
you,
wanted
most
to
of you in this
do it.
group did 4x times 1x. That was,
Yeah.
That's how I set it up first, but then you did the whole 2 out of that. Oh
Change
dear, I'm
it, yeah.
wrong.
See, I
Right?
told you it
I
was
know.
a teacher that didn't
I
know
know.
how to do it.
I like that problem because I can spend like 15 minutes leading you astray if I really want to.
And you wonder why we're so crazy.
Um,
Some
I think
people
it's a
blame our
prerequisite.
parents, I blame the teachers.
Okay. So now our next. So anyway, our next step is I want to take a little bit of a review of things that look like this. Tell me what to do with that if you're given the command to solve. What's that? Add the 3. So 5x equals 50.
What? Oh, sorry.
Then 5 by 5, x equals 10. Very good. And of course, we can always plug that back in to double check by putting 10 in for x. So 5 times 10 minus 3. 5 times 10 is 50. Minus 3 is 47. Just saw the 10. That's fine. Some people can look at these and see the answer.
It was a little problem. It wasn't a big problem.
How's about this one? Well, we find the equal sign usually first. Then we identify where the variable is. In this one, the variable appears twice, both times on the left side of the equation, which means we have to do what? What's that, Cody? Yeah, Since they're on the same side, we can just combine them. This is a positive 4x and a positive 3x make positive 7x or 7x. Is that it over there? Well, we still got the plus 7 equals 84 yet. And then subtract 7. 7x equals 77. Apparently there's a discount on 7s today. And divide by 7. Yes, x equals 11. What's different on this one? There's more numbers. Same one numbers, are just different locations. Yeah, we find our equal sign, and we identify the x, and the x, the variable, appears on both sides of the equal sign. Since it's on opposite sides, we cannot just combine them anymore. We have to get rid of one. We get rid of the smaller one, which in this case is the 3x. To get rid of it, we subtract it. It is now gone, leaving us with 58 over here. But we took something off of one side. Remember, we talked about that balanced scale idea? If we take something off of one side, we have to take the exact same thing off the other side. So we have to take away 3x's from the other side. Where do we take it from? The 8. So negative 3x or minus 3x from the 8x gives us 5x, and we still have negative 2 here. So now we would add the 2. 5x equals 60, and divide by 5. X equals 12. How's about this one?
12 ways to get rid of 4x.
Actually, no.
Wouldn't you add the 5 and the 2?
We're going to combine what we can on each side first. So here we've got 5x and 2x would make 7x. We still have minus 3 equals 4x plus 39. Now that we've combined everything we can, then get rid of the 4x. The smaller. So now we have 3x minus 3 equals 39. We'll add the 3. You got to get rid of the minus 3. So 3x equals 42. And then we divide by 3. X equals 14. Let you guys try this one in your seats. Okay, what do we have to do?
Add the
8x and 2x make 10x plus 7 equals 5x plus 32. Take away 5x, so we got 5x plus 7 equals 32. So we subtract 7. 5x equals 25. And then divide by 5. X equals 5. Okay. Any questions? Comments? Complaints? Okay. Never have to do the first part over again. Okay. I promised you. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Promised you would take some time to go over the test. So let's do that.
Yeah.
One through 6 on the test. Any of those you need me to go over?
Can we go over the whole test and just
We're doing that right now.
Any questions on 1 through 6?
No, he's still finding his.
You still finding his?
Did you just give it to him?
Yeah. That was a long time ago. How about 7 through 15? Now, for those of you who have the fraction calculator, by the way, have you figured out this button yet?
ABC.
The ABC button. Okay. That should make a lot of difference on things. Any of those 7 through 15 that you want me to go over?
10 and 15.
10 and 15. 10 is 8 and 1/6 minus 3 and 3/4. So I'm going to set it up this way. 8 and 1/6 minus 3 and 3/4. Common denominator shall be 12 times 3, so this is 9, times 2, so this is 2. We go to subtract. 2 minus 9 is not doable. So this becomes 7, and this will become 14. Where did 14 come from? You always borrow the denominator, so you have to add 12 to that once you borrow one. So 12 plus 2 is 14. This was 2/12, right? Can't do 2 minus 9, so you had to borrow from the 8. When you borrow with fractions, what you're borrowing is the denominator. So you borrowed the 12, so 2 plus 12 makes 14.
But I broke it down.
Into, you did it all into improper fractions and then subtracted?
Yeah,
Okay, something went wrong there then.
but it shouldn't be right then.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So you got 14 minus 9 here is 5/12. 7 minus 3 is 4 and 5/12. If you did it all as improper fractions, you still have to have a common denominator. So you'd still have to put it in twelfths. So you have the 8 and 2/12 would be 8 times 12 is 96. That'd be 98/12. 3 and 9/12. 3 times 12 is 36 plus 9 is 45/12. 98 minus 45 is 53/12. Then 12 goes into 53 4 times with 5 left over. So it's still 45/12.
Yeah, but I got that one right now.
Okay. Said 15. 15 is a little bit of a bundle of joy. The big thing with 15 is you do have to do order of operations, and you have to multiply first. 3/4 times 2/3. The 3's cross cancel to give you 1 and 1. 4 and 2 cross cancels to give you 1 and 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So you get 1/2. So now it is 4/5 plus 1/2. Common denominator shall be 10. 2 times 5, so 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13/10, or 1 3/10. Any others on 7 through 15 that we go over? How about 16 through 19? Actually, as a group, most people did pretty well on those.
20 and 21.
Oh, mother.
16 through 19. None? 20 through 22?
20 and 21.
20 and 21. Okay. Number 20. The area of a rectangle is 208 square inches. The formula for area is length times width. If the rectangle is 13 inches wide, in other words, W equals 13. This is 13 and this is the length. So we're going to put 208 in for the area. We're looking for L. W is 13. How do we find L? Divide by 13. Which is going to give us 16.
Oh, so it's 16?
Yep.
Huh. I was off.
21. The perimeter is 74 feet. The length is 24 feet. Find the width. So perimeter equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. This is 74 equals 2 times 24 plus 2W. 2 times 24 is 48. We're going to subtract 48. which gives us what? 26 equals 2w. 5 by 2. 13 equals w. W equals 13. Is that better?
Oh, wait.
Okay. Anything else on the first page? How about 23 and 24?
Is 24 supposed to be 7?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
23. Okay. So for this one, there's two ways we can go about it. I'm going to show you the simple way first, but then I'm going to show you the way that probably gives you fewer mistakes. So I'm solving for x plus 3, not for x, but x plus 3. And I'm going to cross multiply and divide. 12 times 25 is 300, divided by 15 is 20. So x plus 3 equals 20. Now I don't want x plus 3, I want to know what x is. But if I know that x plus 3 equals 20, how do I find x? Subtract 3. So x equals 17. A lot of people added the 3.
I'm like,
No idea how you got it right?
right?
So it's
Yeah. It makes sense.
The other way you could have done it is 12 times 25 is 300. And this way you've got 15 times the x plus 3. So you've got 15 times x plus 3 equals 300. Then you would distribute the 15. 15 times x is 15x. 15 times 3 is 45 equals 300. Subtract 45. 15x equals 255. Divide by 15. X equals 7. Surprisingly, you get the same answer either way. How about 26 or 32?
25.
25? Okay, we do 25. You go 456 miles in 8 hours. How long will it take for a 741 mile trip? Cross multiply 8 times 741 divided by 456 will be 13 hours. If you'd answered 5 hours, I accepted that usually because it's, you know, how long would it take to finish the trip? Well, if you assume they've already gone 8 hours, that's only 5 hours more. So 26 through 32, I'm guessing I should just do them. Maybe.
Well, I have 27, 29.
I have 26. Yeah, you might as well.
So for 26, p over 4p, 5 over 8p. What's the common denominator going to be? 8p. We had to multiply this by 2, so we're going to multiply this by 2. This is 6 over 8p. This one didn't change. This is going to be 5. If we add 6 over 8p plus 5 over 8p, what's 6 plus 5? 11 over 8p. That's it.
I was thinking, that you had
1 and 3/8 would be wrong because you don't know what this isn't an 8 on bottom, it's an 8p. 8 could be 7 for all you know. That could really be 1156.
I see where my mistake is.
Okay. 27. 3y over 8 times 4x squared over 9y squared. I separate out the numbers. 3 over 8 times 4 over 9. 3 and 9 cancel, give me 1 and 3. 8 and 4 cancel, give me 1 and 2. That's 1/6. So I know my numerical part's going to be 1/6. For the variables, I've got y on top, x squared and y squared. So on top, it's x squared y over y squared, right? Can you follow that? No, I went a little fast. Can you stop, slow down? Right. So on top, we've got just the x squared. There's nothing to cancel with that. How about the y? It would go on the bottom, because the bigger power is on bottom. And 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's just y. So it's x squared over 6y. I don't really need, if you had 1x squared over 6y, that's fine too. $28. 5a over 6 minus 3a over 4. Common denominator will be 12. This one's times 2, so this times 2 is 10a. This is times 3, so this times 3 is 9a. So we have 10a over 12 minus 9a over 12. What's 10a minus 9a? 1a over 12. So 1a over 12 or just a over 12. Either one is fine. $29. 10b over 11x squared divided by, so I'm going to change it to times and do the reciprocal, 22x over 5d to the third. Now this multiplying and separate up to variables. 10 over 11 times 22 over 5. 11 and 22 cancel, give me 2 and 1. 5 and 10 cancel, give me 2 and 1. That is 4 over 1. So we're going to have 4 on top up here. I'm not going to put the 1 on bottom. I mean, you could put it there if you wanted to, but I don't want to. Now for the variables, I got d over x squared times x over d to the third. Multiply that out. I got xd on top, x squared d to the third on bottom. So my answer, where's the x go? Bigger power is on bottom, so it goes on bottom, and it'll have a power of just x, just or 1, if you want to call it that. So it'll be x to the 1 or just x. D is going to go bottom. Bigger power is on bottom, so it'll be d on bottom, and it'll be a power of 2, because 3 minus 1 is 2. There it is, 4 over xd squared. That was 29. $30. 3/4 cubed. Remember, this becomes 3 cubed over 4 cubed. 3 cubed is 27. 4 cubed is 64. $31. 2x to the 4th over 5a squared d, all squared. There's nothing we can simplify inside the parentheses. We can't combine anything in that fraction. So everything's going to get taken to the power of 2. What is 2 to the power of 2? 4. X to the 4th to the power of 2, multiply the powers. 4 times 2 is 8, so x to the 8th. 5 to the power of 2, 25. A squared to the power of 2, a to the 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And d to the power of 2 is just d to the power of 2, is squared. So number 32. First step, distribute. 8x to the 3rd times 3x to the 5th is 24. X to the 5th. 8x to the 3rd times a negative 5x to the 5th is a negative 40. X to the 8th. What do you do with the negative 4x to the 5th? We combine it with the 24x to the 5th. 24 and negative 4 make 19. X to the 5th minus 40x to the 8th. So you leave it like that, or you can put negative 40x to the 8th plus 19x to the 5th. Either way. I don't know why I got 19. That should be 20. Shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
20 and 20. There you go. Yeah, 24 from negative 4 is 20. Sorry about that. So either one of those works.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did it.
What other way?
27 and
Huh?
20 or 37. Sorry.
We're not there yet.
Oh,
33 through 35. 34. 54 splits into like 6 times 9 will work. Then 2 times 3. 3 times 3, right? So 54 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Then x times x for x squared. P for p to the fourth. That's it.
Can I write x squared and p to the fourth?
You can do 2 times 3 to the third x squared p to the fourth. That is just fine.
Okay.
33 through 35, any others?
37.
33 through 35, any others?
Oh, 35.
This whole between thing is kind of eluding you, isn't it, Cody? Anybody need to see number 36? A few of you do.
I don't know why.
42 and 30. If we factor 42, we get 2 times 3 times 7. If we factor 30, we get 2 times 3 times 5. Are we looking for least common multiple or greatest common factor? If we were looking for greatest common factor, we'd circle the common factors, multiply them together, and we'd be done. Least common multiple, we have to have all of the same factors. So they each have a 2 and a 3. This one needs a 5, and this one needs a 7. They both multiply up to 210. So 210 is the least common multiple.
Oh, I was thinking 2 goes into 42 and...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking we'll skip over 37 and go on to 38. Sorry. 37.
And 33, if
Yeah.
it's 270 times, how do you write that up? 2
Um,
times 2 times 2 times 270 times.
Not 70 times. 140 splits into 2 times 7. 70 splits into 2 times 35. 35 splits into 5 times 7. So 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. Now you're saying 72 is what you're trying to say. So 37. Sorry, Cody.
It's okay. I mean, that's how old you are.
Your what hurts? 37. Actually, I'll take that. I'll take 37. That was a few years ago.
You was only like a year ago.
Okay, so the 10 and the 6, 10 factors into 2 times 5, 6 factors into 2 times 3. So this one, the top one's going to need a 3, the bottom one needs a 5. That's going to be 30, right, for the number? For the variable, you take the higher of the powers. So x to the third, y to the 2. 38, for the most part, a lot of people did pretty well on. You're just adding up the 3 1/2, the 6 1/4, the 5 3/4, and the 8 to get 23 1/2, and you're subtracting that from 36 to get 12 1/2 hours left. 39, a lot of people struggled. Wasn't meant to be too bad. I didn't word it real well, I guess. If the rectangle is 8x plus 7 by 5x minus 2, the perimeter is just 2 times 8x plus 7 plus 2 times 5x minus 2. If you would have left it like that, I would have accepted it, or you could have simplified it by multiplying things out and combining like terms and all sorts of wonderful things.
Holy cow, that's
Wait.
Because that would have came out to be, what, 26x plus 10 if you wanted to. But either one of those. 40. If you got it wrong, chances are you did it backwards. Should be 3,124. A lot of people divided by 6 3/4. No, it's the other way around. It's times 6 3/4. So I can just fill in the number there. We got 14 minutes left and 8 problems. Do you think we can make it?
Just give us the answer.
Well, we got to have something to do tomorrow in class.
Okay, number 35, I got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Is that correct?
35. 2 times 2. Let's check it out. 1,050. I would do 10 times 105 first, probably. And 10 becomes 2 times 5, so that's done. 105 becomes 5 times 21. 5 is done. 21 becomes 3 times 7. So that's 2 times 3 times 5 times 5 times 7.
There we go.
You're a little anxious, aren't you?
Well, we got a question. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
If you want to take tomorrow, do
I guess we got homework questions we're going to have to go over tomorrow.
Alright.
So we got 3/4 at times x equals 6 3/7. What do we have to do to solve that? Divide by 3/4. Number 41. So over here that cancels out. We get x. We got 6 3/7 divided by 3/4. This is going to be 45/7. Instead of divided by 3/4, it'll be times 4 over 3. Now the 45 and the 3 cross cancel, give me 1 and 15. 15 times 4 is 60. 7 times 1 is 7. Which 7 goes into 60 8 times with 4 left over. So 8 4/7 or 8.5714286 approximately. I'm going to skip ahead to problem number 45.
Are you going to go back? Another bit?
Maybe.
Okay.
To the right place.
Right, right.
Kids these days, they want to know what's going on in the future.
What? None
So this is divided by 1/3, so we're going to multiply by 1/3. So this is 2/3 x minus 1/4 here. Multiplying by 1/3 on the other side, 1.5 times 1/3 is 1/2. I'll let you verify that on your own if you'd like.
What?
1.5 times 1/3 is 1/2. Now we have the 2/3 x minus 1/4 equals 1/2. What do we need to do? So add 1/4. 1/2 plus 1/4 is 3/4. And then we should divide by 2/3. X equals 3/4 divided by 2/3 is 1 and 1. 8. Questions? Okay. I am going to leave it there because the other ones, I think, if you worked on them a little bit with what we've seen, you might be able to get them to work. Otherwise, we will go over them tomorrow.
Can you go back up? I need to check, have a better column.
Which one? This one?